I am the Doctor. I am a Time Lord from Gallifreya. From Gallifreya Original. Or at least I presume so. Hard to keep track these days. I am here to give voice to the truth of events as I experienced them. I am here to confess my sins during the War of 9 Gallifreyas.
I don't get why I have to stay behind.
My people and humans don't mix at the best of times. And if I'm gonna go speak to the Arbiters...
I get what you said that they're warrior monk types, but...
They are xenophobic. They are horrendously xenophobic. You don't want to go speak to them. Frankly, I don't want to go speak to them. I don't have a choice right now.
Shouldn't you shave first?
I'm sure I'll be fine. And I'll have you know, the beard makes me look distinguished.
Sure, if you say so.
Typical. Absolutely typical. Right. Well, I'm off. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
The War of 9 Gallifreys. A war born from a plan to save Gallifrey. There were 8, I suppose you'd call them copies. But the process was much more intricate. They all thought they were real. In a sense, because of the way that they were created, what was done to make them. They were real. Equals. Thinking they were real. That was the problem, you see. Because if you're real, someone else isn't. And if someone else is, you aren't. And if you aren't real, then what is there? So, 9 planets, each one desperate for themselves to be real. And the easiest way to make that happen was to destroy the others. By now, I should probably have come to expect that whatever mess Gallifreya gets itself into, I'd get dragged in eventually. So, imagine there are 9 of them. 9 Gallifreys, all asking for my help. Because I'm the Doctor, and that's what I do. And to be fair, I was probably going to get involved at some point. Inevitable, really. So there I was. Younger than I am now, obviously. Yet older. In a body worn and tired, yet filled with a new vigour. Eager, for the first time in centuries, to make a difference. So, into the fire of the war of 9 Gallifreys, I threw myself. Not to fight, but to help. I always thought I did well, all things considered. Only later did it turn out how wrong I was. But we'll get to that.
Never thought I'd be back here again. I'm sorry.
Doctor? Rise.
Prime?
Why are you here?
I believe someone has called for arbitration against me.
Indeed.
I believe I also have a right to know who has called for arbitration against me.
The arbiter in question has not already caught you?
They've come close, and they've risked innocent lives in the process.
No arbiter would seek you without just cause.
I didn't say they were.
But you resist.
I resist because I don't know why I'm being sought. I have a right to know my supposed crime.
You realize, if it is a valid call, I will kill you.
I understand.
A moment, then. The information will be in the Memorandum Index. We will have our answer shortly. I will never understand.
What?
Why the High Council, in all the millennia you have transgressed, never called upon us to take your head.
The annoying thing about being a complicated event in space-time, I suppose. I have, or had, a future. Even when they were really mad at me, the High Council didn't want to mess with that.
Had a future.
The older I get, the more things happen to me. The war in heaven, the Time War, the quest for Ulysses, the absences, the restorations, the War of 9 Gallifreyas. Eventually it has to end, doesn't it?
There are so many who would wish it to.
Yeah. Sorry, for a moment there I forgot to whom I was speaking.
There are some who would say that the Pax Gallifreya exists because of you. There are others who would say that the only reason the Pax Gallifreya was ever threatened was because of you.
Every historical figure is controversial.
Most historical figures have the courtesy to die and stay out of current events.
Yeah. Well, if you're that upset about it, go blame the High Council, since they're the ones who keep bringing me back.
We stay out of politics.
Oh, you stay out of politics. Right, sure. Except, of course, when your lackeys killed the 10th Council.
Well, it seems we have determined who it is who seeks you.
And I'm assuming from the lack of drawn sword that it was not called for.
It is the Arbiter with whom you bested the Battle Queen of Gallifrey 7.
They always did think that I let you all down. That I could have done more for all of it.
Indeed. They were not the only one, as I recall.
You needn't remind me.
And now, it seems, he has gone renegade in his search for justice.
Great. So what?
We shall seek to apprehend him. If he is captured,
You'll take his head?
you are the one against whom he transgresses. What would you have us do?
Imprison him alive, if you can.
He wants you dead. Why would you be so merciful?
Because the only difference between him and a bunch of other people who really hate me is that he's doing something about it. Kind of fond of the honesty, really.
And why really?
I don't know. It's not like I like killing things. I don't know why people seem to get the impression that I really do.
Your history is one of wars, conflict, and death.
Yeah, mostly accidental. Look, you're the Arbiter Prime. It's your responsibility. You can decide what you want to do with him. But you asked me what I wanted, and I told you.
I have heard the request, and now it is time for you to depart.
And so it is. A message? Who here would want to talk to me?
As it turned out, the only way to win the War of the 9 Gallifreys was to make sure there weren't 9 Gallifreys. And not in the way that you're probably thinking. The solution wasn't initially obvious, but eventually it presented itself. First, sit the High Councils of each Gallifrey down, get them to realise that this war was literally self-destructive. The second step was to merge them. 9 planets merged into 1 planet. The people were a different question. Everyone would have to learn to live with 8 other versions of themselves. Different lives, different selves, altogether. piece of the one Gallifrey original. When it was over and done with, I was hailed as a hero. I had ended it and saved the people of all 9 Gallifreys. I had ended it without letting people die. But it was a war. There were still deaths. Time Lords had still perished. Gallifreyan soldiers had still marched to war. I had fought alongside the arbiters of Gallifrey original as Gallifrey 4 had sent suicide battle TARDISes. The echoes of the great warriors of old into battle. It was why I had to try and make it right. But I didn't do it in time for everyone.
What a cheerful part of the Citadel this is. Who goes there? Who goes there? Don't I know you? You're...
Yeah.
But this is a... Emma, is that you?
So is that it? Will they get rid of this arbiter thing?
I don't know. I'm hoping so.
You don't sound very convinced, Doctor.
No, I'm not. But... Que sera, sera. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
What is that?
It's a gift. From someone like the Arbiter. Someone very angry at me.
What is it, though?
It's... a list. of every single Time Lord from Gallifreya original, who was killed in the War of the Nine Gallifreyas. A reminder.
That doesn't seem like a very good gift. What war?
It's a long story.
Doctor. What war?
Like I said, I always thought I did rather well in the War of Nine Gallifreyas, but there were losses, deaths, and there were people who blamed me for it. Thought that it was my failure, my multiple failures that didn't save those lives. Or worse, that it was my meddling that made Gallifrey a target, which made them paranoid, which created the Nine Gallifreyas. Never subscribed to that particular idea myself. I'm not that important in the grand scheme. But could I have done more than I did? Maybe. That is why the Arbiter wants to punish me. He's not the first. Not going to be the last either. I did fail. And now we're all paying for it.
So she's a survivor.
Most likely. Like the Arbiter.
And what are they angry with you for?
My failures during the war. There were a lot of those. The device I was given is a memorial.
Of your failures.
Of my sins. Of all my sins. Those people deserve their revenge. And maybe I deserve to die.